Hey YouTube, welcome back to Vlogmas. Yes, I know I've been a little late with the uploads, but I'm going to get you all the days in, trust me. So I wanted to come on here to show you my natural hair. Yes, so this is my natural hair. I normally, or you always normally see me wear like wigs or anything like that. I do wear my natural hair out a little bit, not as often as I used to, but I do in fact wear it out. So I wanted to kind of tell you guys how I prep to do my natural hair, whether I'm either wearing wigs or I'm getting it ready just to actually wear my hair out. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see it, my hair is pretty dry. So today is wash day, so I want to go ahead and get my hair washed, deep conditioned, and go ahead and get it prepped for my hairdo. Just a little bit of backstory of my hair. I have low porosity hair, so basically what that means is it's harder for moisture to get through my hair, and a lot of times moisture will sit on top of it. So that is what low porosity hair is. If you need to know what porosity your hair is, it's a ton of YouTube videos on it, but you'll just take a strand of your hair and then you'll put it in water. If it floats to the top, you have low porosity hair. If it sinks to the very bottom, you have high porosity hair, meaning moisture can get through your hair easily. And if it stays right in the middle, then I forgot what that is. I don't think that's a porosity, but you have a good amount of range where moisture can get through your hair, and moisture will, sit in your hair and actually, soak up. So what I first like to always do is my hair also, I would say the back of my hair is a 4C. The middle of my hair is a 4B, A and B. And then the very front of my hair is like a 3C. It literally goes like a loose S curl, not even a curl. It's like a wave. And yes, that is my hair because I've cut it off and it grows back that way. I typically don't like to put heat in my hair. If I do, I put it in my hair maybe once every year. This year, it's going to be twice every year. So let me go ahead and just get into the what I basically do. So my hair is very brittle and it's very dry. Typically when you wash your hair, you want to detangle it prior to you going in and washing it. So you don't want to just go and wash it, because if you do, you'll get globs of hair coming out. So what I like to do to detangle my hair is I will use this detangling co-wash by Mael. This is the first time I'm actually using this. If you don't have this, it's not a big deal. I had got it for like $6. They had a sale a while back, and everything was $6. And I had never tried Mael, so that made me try it. So you can use this. If you don't have it, you can use like conditioner. I like to use this, and then I also like to use a spray bottle. I put warm water in the spray bottle only, so it has to be warm, because remember, my hair does not hold moisture, and it takes a lot to get moisture to come through my hair. So that's the significance. When you have low porosity hair, warm and hot is the way to go. Okay? All right, so what I like to actually do, because my hair is brittle and dry, we do not use these type of combs for any reason in your hair, not even to go ahead and part it. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to try a wide tooth comb. You can do either a wide tooth comb or you can do your hands. You'll see where if it's really tough, I won't even use this. I'll stop and I'll just go ahead and use my actual hands. So what I like to do is I like to section my hair off in 4 spots, and I like to work sections, and I like to work that way. Don't try to work, if you have a lot of hair like this and it's dry, don't try to work it just by itself. No, you got to section your hair off. So because I only have one tie that I can find for right now, I'm actually going to section it half, put one half over, and then go ahead and then section this in 2 halves and then work it like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys. And as you can see, I did in fact part, but it's a little difficult to get through. And then what I'm just gonna go ahead and do is start taking my hand and my fingers. It don't have to be a perfect parting because we're just detangling it. And just make sure that you're being very gentle because you don't want any of your hair to kind of come out. I mean, of course you're gonna have some shedding and some hair coming out, but you want it to be very minimal. So my hair is basically in half. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take this half and I'm gonna go ahead and section it off. Okay. And then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm just gonna take my hand and I'm gonna section this off in two. So all together, when I'm actually done, I'm gonna have 4 sections that I worked with. Now, what I like to do with this, because like I said, I don't know where the rest of my hairpins are right now, is I'm just gonna take this and do like that. Okay, so I'm basically working with this section here. Now, if you want to, you can take it and section off a little bit more. I tend to like to do that when I'm detangling if it's coming hard. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to saturate my hair with water. And I'm just going to make sure I lift up in the middle, saturate it with water also. We want to make sure we get moisture, moisture, moisture. The key is getting moisture because we want to make sure it's easy to actually comb through when we detangle, or if you decide to detangle with your fingers. Either way. Okay, so that's good enough. So I'm just going to make sure I put it toward the ends and so on and so forth. Also, make sure you do this with a towel because, yeah. Wait a minute, I'll be right back. Oh, but what I had near me was this, so. All right, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is, now I'm going to take the mayo and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit in my hand. Doesn't really matter, I kind of put that much in there. And then I'm just going to saturate it all of my hair, making sure I break it up, saturate it, and put as much as I can. You want to make sure that you're definitely paying attention to the ends of your hair. So I put like a little bit more of that on my hand and put on my ends. Okay, now I'm going to take my wide tooth comb. You want to make sure that you're doing from ends to root, ends to root. Do not do from root to ends, okay? So you want to very gently what I'm doing is I'm going to split it off into here, and then because I'm actually focusing on the root. So if you can see how it goes very easily through the root, right? Right, so that is why you want to make sure that it's saturated well enough and you're making sure you go root to end. No, end to root, sorry. All right, so as you can see, my hair is very dry and brittle. This is as much hair it comes out, okay? This is not good. So I have not been moisturizing like I should. My hair gets very, 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 very dry. So I have to make sure that I deep condition almost every week. So this is how much hair comes out, okay? And then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna rake it through one more time. Your hair is coming out like that, you need a trim, and then you also need to make sure that it is well moisturized. You can also finger detangle it if you need to. I just make sure my root is good. So if you can see, my hand is going through easily now and I'm barely getting anything coming out. Okay, so that is importance to me, I feel, of detangling it before I go and wash it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, this is done, so I'm going to go ahead and just take it just to get it out the way. I'm going to braid it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, see, I get a little bit. So now the bed is out the way, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my sections. I'm gonna do this now, do the same exact thing I did, then I'm gonna go ahead and split this side in two and do the same exact thing, and then I'll come back. So my hair is in the 4 plaits. Now what I'm gonna go ahead and do, it is ready to be washed. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to use this Health and Beauty Aztec Secret. I find it, I think, more so at like the GNC stores or anything like that. I got mine from Ross, and as you know, my last video with my Ross haul, I told you I got this from Ross. So I'll put that up above if you want to check out the other things I got from Ross. So normally what people do is they put this all over their hair. I've done it once before. I really didn't, I will say this, it did make my curls pop, but it was very messy. And I just don't feel that it's worth the mess to keep on doing it. But what I do use this on is my scalp. I have, and I'm just self-diagnosing myself, I have something called, some people may know it as adult cradle cap, or you may know that as psoriasis of the scalp. Like I said, I'm self-diagnosing myself. And basically what happens is I get so much dandruff buildup on my scalp till you can literally take a comb and comb it, and I will have like a really big flake, and you'll see like the holes where my hair follicle is and everything. I could wash my hair and I will still have these flakes. I could wash and condition it, I'll still have it. So it's not that, you know, my hair is dirty. I know a lot of people kind of say, well, wash your hair. It's really not that simple. And oiling, I've done it all. So what I do like to do to aid in that, I did see a tremendous improvement in my scalp when I did use this directly on my scalp. I also use aloe vera plant too. And then I'll do that in another video where I'll show you how I use it if you wanted to know that. So what I'm first going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in a bowl. Now the bowl has to be non-metal. You got to make sure that you have a non-metal bowl, and you also have a non-metal utensil when you are in fact mixing it, okay? So you'll just follow the directions on the back. I like to mix it with the apple cider vinegar. You can mix it with water. I've done it with water too, and there's not a big difference. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm really not going to measure it. I'm just going to eyeball it. Remember, this is going directly on my scalp, so I don't need much. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some here. That should be good for my scalp. Yeah, I'll put a little bit more. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out the ACV. I want it to get to a thick consistency, so it's easy just to stay on my scalp. So let's start out with that first. And I'm going to use this because the utensil that I need is in the dishwasher, so I'm going to use this. And then if you need to add more, add more. If you don't have this, you can use back of like a rectangle comb or anything to mix it. Just make sure you do not use metal. Yeah, I actually like this consistency, so I'm not going to add any more. Yeah, I like this consistency. So that's what it's going to look like. It's kind of a cross between watery and not, so if you can see. All right. So what I do is I like to, section by section, I like to part it, and then I like to put that in my scalp. So I will show you, and I also make sure that I pay attention to the front, because the front is normally where you can actually see my dandruff. I will have basically a white cast on my front, and it got so severe to the point that I would actually pick it and my scalp would bleed, and I had a bald spot. So this has tremendously helped me a lot. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take one plait down. Okay, so I have one plait down. So I'm going to do is just kind of separate. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to just part it. Don't have to be perfect like this. I'm just going to take it And I'm gonna put it right in my part, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna do that with another section. Okay, take it. So just as if you were like greasing your hair. That's basically what you're gonna do. And then I'm just gonna keep on going, and then it normally maybe takes about 4 partings in one section. Okay. So like in that crease. Okay. So that's basically what it is. Then I'll go ahead and I'll just plait it back. What I'm gonna do is you wanna make sure that you work fast. You don't have to work like ridiculously fast, but you don't want to kind of do one, sit, maybe go do something else. You want to kind of work fast because this will harden. Once I'm done, I leave it on for roughly about, it says 5 to 10 minutes. I do maybe like 10 to 15 minutes. I'll leave it on, and then I will wash it out. But let me do everything first, and then I'll come back, and then I'll kind of explain to you how I wash it out, what I use, etc. Okay, so this is basically what it's looking like. If you can see, I did in fact have to do more just for this section. All right, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to leave this on for 10 minutes today. I don't do this all the time when I wash my hair. I don't even do this once a month. I kind of do it when I need it. So maybe if you tried, I would start off with maybe once every 2 months just to see how your hair reacts to it. So what this is going to do, this is going to harden. Once it hardens, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hair. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to wash this all out. So just with my hands kind of working it out, making sure that I get all of it out of my scalp. You're gonna know because your scalp is gonna be very hard, and your scalp won't be hard anymore once you've gotten it all out. Next, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take a glass, well, just a regular glass. I'm going to do half parts water, half parts apple cider vinegar. Once I do that, I'm just gonna put that in my hair just to let it all just kind of run through, and then kind of work it. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take this, and this is Aussie, and this is their Miracle Moist line. And this is the shampoo, and it's with avocado Australian jojoba oil. I really like this shampoo a lot. I'm the type, I think I might have said it, but if not, I'll say it again. I can't just co-wash my hair. I have to actually shampoo my hair. And I came across this from another natural person. I'm not sure who it was. It just was somebody I just came across on an Explore page. And they use this line. So this line has been very helpful to me. And I like the fact that I don't have to always go out and keep on getting shampoos. Because if you can see, you get a lot for not that much. So I got this from Walmart. Once I wash that, what I do is I got this from the dollar store. I like to work it in, you know, when I'm washing, kind of work it in my scalp. And I like to use this instead of like my fingers. I will use my fingers too, but I like to actually make sure I use this because this can give me like a circular motion. And it, I do see that this does help where it kind of breaks up that dandruff that sticks to my scalp if I keep on kind of just gently going circular motion. So I normally don't get that much dandruff when I started using this. That's plastered to my scalp. Once I'm done all that, I'll then come back to you guys, and then I will go into my conditioning step. So for some reason, while I was talking to you guys, it did not record, so I'm gonna have to go over it again. So I had just washed my hair, just how I told you I washed it in the beginning. Okay, so what I'm going to actually do is I'm using this Dove, and it's new, Amplified Textures Moisture Spa Recovering Mask for coils and curls. And this is what it looks like. I got this from Walmart. It was roughly about $6 something, so almost $7. So what I basically did, You guys wasn't able to actually see my hair while it was like out. My hair is well moisturized. That is another reason why I like using the Aussie. My hair just seems really, really moisturized. If in the event you do not have any deep conditioner like this, Walmart does have Shea Moisture. I really don't like Shea Moisture too much for my hair for some reason. But you can also do a natural conditioner. So I like to sometimes do mayo, egg yolk, not the white, and then also honey. And I mix that up and I put that in my hair as well. And a little bit of apple cider vinegar. So if you don't have it, don't trip. You just want to make sure your hair is deep conditioned. This is the consistency. Of course, I used it on this part, but it didn't record. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I go ahead and do my section. So I basically section off my hair in fours like I did earlier. I just did it with my hand, and basically you don't need the parts to be uniform. So I'm going to go ahead and take the back of this, unravel it, and this is basically what my hair is like washed. So I'm going to take a little bit of it, and we want to make sure that we're going to focus on the ends. So you want to always, when you're deep conditioning, you want to focus on your ends first. So if you see, I'm putting a generous amount on my ends, and then I'll work my way up like this. Okay. Make sure that you're paying attention to every strand. Then what I like to do is I like to just kind of section this off and then go ahead and put conditioner on each strand as well. Like this. Okay. We don't want to neglect the root, so go ahead and put some on the root part. So this is my first time kind of seeing how this deep condition performs. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and detangle it. Now I'm going to start at the root this time because I have control over how much tension I put on my hair when I'm finger detangling it. It wouldn't have worked in the beginning with the before we wash because the hair was just too dry. So I'll just go ahead and put some more on the root. And then I'll just finger detangle it. And then I'll just do that until I can actually go through my hair section and I don't have any snags, okay? But if you're taking a comb, then you of course go from ends to root. Now I haven't tried a dimming brush yet. A lot of people do a dimming brush for this part. I am going to try a dimming brush one of these days to see how I like it. And I've been natural since 2009. I've been natural for. I'm going through and I'm not really getting any snags. This is good to go. So this is how it is. As you can see, I am having some hair come out. I am going to be getting a trim because that is basically saying that, remember, I needed moisture and I need a trim as well. So that's what that section looks like. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is just take it, plait it, just to have it out the way. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do the other two sections. I did this section and I thought it was recording, but it didn't. I'm going to do the other two sections and then I'm going to come back. This is done. What I did like to do as well, I like to take my fingers once I have all the plaits done. They're not plaits, twists done. I take my fingers and I kind of just moisturize it. Not moisturize it, but I work it into my scalp. I also put some in my four spaces. What I'm now going to do is, because remember I told you I have low porosity hair, and in order for this moisture to penetrate through my hair shaft, I have to put heat on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a plastic bag over my head. Well, not a plastic bag, it'll be a shower cap over my head, and I'm going to sit under the dryer for 30 minutes. You don't need no more than 30 minutes. If you do your own hair, I would advise to invest in a hooded dryer or some type of dryer for your hair because it's very beneficial. even for some hairstyles. But especially if you have low porosity hair, you should invest in a hooded dryer. If you do not have a hooded dryer, you know, as of now or right now, until you get one, you can put a couple plastic shower caps on top of your head, maybe one plastic bag that you get from the grocery store, put a bonnet and a scarf on top. That way it'll trap in some heat. And then I would leave it on your hair for an hour, okay? But I'm gonna sit under the hooded dryer. I'm gonna sit under there for 30 minutes. It's totally up to you what setting you want it on. I only have two settings on mine, low and high. I put mine on high. That's just, my hair is okay. It doesn't become fried or anything like that. So that's what I'll do. Once the 30 minutes up, I'll go ahead and wash this completely out. And then I will show you what my hair looks like after. And I have washed the conditioner out of my hair. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and prep it for blow drying. Like I said, I do have the mirror right here. So if you can see, like, my curls are really defined. Typically this doesn't happen after I wash my hair. So the Dove deep condition, I'm gonna give that a 2 thumbs up because it really did define my coils and my curls, as you can see. So I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, I give it a 2 thumbs up. The only con I would have about it is that it's not that much inside, so I'm like literally almost done. So if you can see, I'm literally almost done. But my hair feels really, really soft. Like I said, it looks like my curls are more defined than normal. And like I said, I washed and deep conditioned my hair, but my curls have never been like this. This is like, this is beautiful. This is great. So, and also with the Dove as well, it gives really good slip. So anybody that, you know, is into, you know, natural or that does the natural thing, you know how it is for you to find deep conditioners that have great slip. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get that Dove product again. I do the Aussie Hair Insurance Leave-In Conditioner. So I like to do this after I deep condition because it's a leave-in conditioner. This leave-in conditioner is so good. It smells so good too. It leaves your hair soft. So what I like to do is just go ahead and hit that all over my hair. And as you can kind of tell, I like to do to prep my hair to blow dry, I like to use some type of heat protectant. So what I'm going to use today is the Mael Mongongo Oil Thermal and Heat Protectant Spray. And like I said before, with the co-wash detangler, I also got this on sale as well. So that was my first time trying it. I do actually like it, but I can kind of do with any type of heat protectant. It's more of like a milky consistency. Go ahead and just spray this all over. I know some people may actually pay attention to like a certain strand before they do it. I don't do that. I just go ahead and do it all over. So like this. But you can do it however you actually want to. So if you feel like you need more protectant, then go ahead and take it strand by strand. So it's totally up to you. Use my blow dryer. This is an old blow dryer, so it's not like a specific TI 360 or something like that, no. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. What I like to do is I like to actually take and section off a small piece, put the rest of it up, and then go ahead and do it, and then blow dry it, do the same thing, This is a good amount that I normally do. I'll go ahead and just kind of detangle it, and it should be easy to detangle at that point. So I'll just do that. Then what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to first start with this comb, and then go ahead and just blow dry it while I do it. So I like to take it and go like this and blow dry it, and go like this and blow dry it. Or you can take this comb and then go like this and just blow dry it out. Okay, so this is for the most part dry for me. So it's basically gonna look like this. Then what I'll do is once I'm done each section, so I'll just part this, do the same thing, part it, do the same thing. I will twist it to get it out the way. And then once I'm done everything, I'll just go over it again with this brush here and just make sure like it's basically all the kinks are worked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of blow drying my hair. So I do apologize on the previous clips because my head is basically cut off. It's not too bad because you were able to see what's needed, and then also the blow dry. So the clips before, you could see my full head. What I'm basically done with going ahead and blow drying my hair. So this is how it turned out. I basically use this brush more so than I use this one. I think this one is good for a wig. I don't think it's good just to use on your natural hair because it seemed like it was pulling it. And now what I'll basically do is I'm going to get my hair trimmed. I do not trim my hair myself. I don't know how to do it. That weird thing for me. I'm just not going to clip my own ends. So I'm going to get my ends clipped. Once I get my ends clipped, I'm going to then grease my hair. All I do is I part my hair just like you seen when I was blow drying it, and I just grease in between. Grease works best for my hair. I've tried oiling my scalp before. Within a day, it's gone, it's dried up. And then typically what happens is once I oil my scalp, the oil will run down. And then because my hair is low porosity, it sits on top of my hair. And then it just runs all down my face and my clothes. So I've been using grease for about 1.5 years now, and it works wonders for me. My hair is not dry after a day. My scalp stays really moisturized. So this works for me. Do what works best for you. Oh, also when I was using this, I had it on a high setting. If you're scared to have it on a high setting, put it on a low setting or cool, whatever your blow dryer has. This is okay for me because I only blow dry because even if I straighten my hair, I blow dry first. I only do that maximum twice a year. So it's okay for me, you know, I'm not going to get heat damage by doing it twice a year. So that's what I did. But you can, you know, you can go ahead and do natural styles on that calls for stretched hair, like bantu knots and stuff like that, or you can do a rod set, and that'll look really nice because your hair is fully stretched. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and put my hair in a hairstyle. You will see that video coming up next, so stay tuned for that. And then that's basically it. So that's my regimen, what I do when I wash my hair, and if I blow dry, I blow dry my hair. If I'm going to prep it for putting it underneath of a wig, what I just do is I do all of the steps with the exception of blow drying. So the last step before blow drying, I just go ahead and I cornrow my hair back, and I'll grease it once it's in the cornrows. That's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for staying tuned with Vlogmas. Do not worry, I am going to get 6 through 12 up by Christmas. Trust me, I just have to edit. So once I edit them, they'll be all up at once. So thank you guys so much for staying with me. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. If you do have any questions about any steps that I did, or you need me to answer anything, or you just maybe want to share any insight on what you do, you can put that down in the comment section below. I'll answer, take a look at them. So once again, see you guys in the next video. Bye.